my friend. So do you sometimes wonder, what does it mean to be social, right? Social media is all about being social, and you're like, okay, what do they mean by that? What does it mean to be social on social media? You probably know what being social means, but maybe you're just not clear as to what it means, on social media. All right, so we're going to talk about that in a second, but first this. So the real question is this. What are the strategies, techniques, and tools that you need to learn to generate residual income from the e-learning boom that's happening right now? My name is Jean-Serge Gagnon, and welcome to Course Income Secrets. Today we're going to talk about being social on social media. And what does that mean? So first of all, being social in the real world, if you think about it, if you remember what you've been taught as a kid, remember what you heard in school or whatever, being social is about being part of a group, right? Being included, having conversations with people, responding when they talk to you, being a person who cares about what others think, being a person who's interested in what others are talking about, just generally being a person that's nice, right? Somebody who's nice, somebody who people like talking to, somebody who people like interacting with. So it's about being liked, it's about being likable, about liking others, about giving others, what they want, which is others liking them, right? And being involved and being like included and all that, right? All that is about what is being social outside of social media, right? In the real world. If you go to barbecue and you're going around and talking to people and you don't even know anybody, but you go over there and introduce yourself, you're being social. You're talking to others, right? You're not just staying in your corner and not talking to anybody and not going to see anybody, and people see you there in your corner and you're maybe you're on your phone, you're playing around on your phone, whatever. People aren't even going to go see you because you're not being social. So that's what being social is in the real world, right? So how does that compare with social media? So let me just show you. Let's say I show you here my Facebook, right? If I show you my Facebook, you see on my Facebook I have posts from my family. I have posts that I post things now. I'm not no. Okay, so maybe a little bit back up. So what does it mean to be social on social media? Well, it means to be interested in what others people are doing, caring what they say, caring what's going on in their life, noticing them, and them being able to talk to you, being able to notice you, right? So if you're on social media and you're not posting anything, well, you're not being social because you're not posting anything. You're not letting people know who you are, what you're about, you know, all that. Hey, Reginaldo, sorry, Reginaldo, thank you so much for watching. And we have Nana as well. Thank you so much for watching. So, being social, that's one thing. First of all, you've got to be posting. It doesn't mean you post every single day. To be social, I mean, if you're trying to build a business, there's strategies where you should be posting every day. But, just to be social, you should be posting, I don't know, a couple times a week or something like that, posting pictures of what's going on. Like me, I'm posting about my weight loss. I'm posting about, of course, I have these videos that I post. There's my family. My wife posts pictures of my girls, and there's different things I post. Like I said, I post videos. There's a lot of videos here, but if I go back again, there's some more pictures of my daughters, then posts of my results, right? Like on Instagram, how many followers I have. I mean, it's all about letting people know who you are, what you're about. And of course, when we look at, say, for example, the intro here, and we look at the list of jobs I have, we look at the different accounts I have, different websites, that's all about being, noticed and people being able to see who you are, what you're about. That's number one, right? Number one is that. Number two is when you go to the news feed, right, to the feed, of course, you're going to go look through the feed. Once in a while you're going to look through the feed and you're just going to go and scroll and not do anything, and maybe you're going to like a few things, right? So that's like the equivalent of being at a barbecue and going to talk to people and going to say, hey, I like that shirt, or hey, I like your hair, when did you get your hair done? Same thing here. You're liking pictures, you're liking posts, you're commenting on them, right? So I mean, if I look at this, they're, oh, Eric Nicole. So I'm just gonna do a love here, and I'm gonna comment here saying what did they call it? They had a name for it. Um, well, anyways, I don't really remember, but the I guess the bus is looking awesome. Oh, I made a typo. Anyways, doesn't matter. So I just posted a comment, and that's part of being social, right? You're interacting, posting comments, whatever. The thing you have to realize is that social media wants you to be social. So if you're not being social, then you're not going to see, or people aren't going to see your stuff. So there's a reciprocity thing going on social media, right? The more you do that others want, the more they're going to do what you want. And if you like a bunch of posts, then people are going to start liking your posts. If you're just looking at the newsfeed, not doing anything, then your stuff isn't even going to be seen by other people. That's another thing that happens on social media, and especially Facebook. Anyways, the other platforms are similar, but we're talking Facebook here. The post that you post, don't, like, see, right now I'm looking through my timeline, right? My timeline is the people that I routinely see because I comment on their stuff, or I like their stuff, or I'll say stuff about the posts they do, and these are the people that I normally see on my newsfeed because I'm regularly engaging with those people. So I'm going to see their posts the same as they're going to see my posts because I'm liking and commenting on their stuff. So that's the reciprocity that happens on Facebook, right? Now, if you want to increase that, if you want to improve that reciprocity, then there's a couple things you can do. First, you can go to if you go to your top of your, oh, sorry, you go to your page, and then you click on your friends. It'll show you your friend list, right? And now I'm not 100% sure how this works, but it seems to be that the top people on your friend list are the ones that you're regularly engaging with, that you're seeing all the time, and they're showing in your news feed, and they're seeing your stuff, right? So what you want to do is you want to scroll down here. You want to scroll down maybe, and by the way, you can scroll with your mouse here, or you just press the N key on your keyboard. It'll go to the bottom of the list. As you see, it's loading right here. If I just wait for that to load, then I press the N key again. Okay, so anyways, you get to a point. Now, of course, in my case, I got 4,100 friends or so. So I mean, to get to the bottom of the list would be totally insane. But if I go here, then I can just go to these, like, say I go to these friends. One of the things I do is I just control click, which you can do right click, or if you navigate, then you lose your list, right? So I just control click here, and say I do like 6 of them here. And as you can see up top, it's loading up new frames for each of them. So I just go to each of them. And I can do that every day. Now I'm actually having my VA do that, but that's the same thing. Is you would go through here and you would just, like and comment on maybe 2 or 3 posts, because you don't want to overdo it. That's the other thing you got to be careful. If you overdo it on Facebook, you're going to end up being in jail. Facebook jail means that they don't let you do certain things. You're blocked from certain actions. Even your like button can be disabled. Your ability to comment on posts can be disabled. Your ability to post in groups can be disabled. Send messages. I mean, they do all these different kinds of things and control these things. So, and obviously, I prefer commenting on a real post versus a share. Like in here, she's saying she's got a violent allergic reaction to BS. So if you have some, keep it to yourself. So I'm just gonna say, note to self, keep BS to me, and then I'll just, there you go. And so yeah, I comment on it, right? Because I just, whatever, it was funny, and then I go to somebody else's post, and again I do the same thing, and I just love or like their posts. And then, you know, you read what they say, right? And then, you know, just like that, you just go through and you go through the different ones that you selected from your list of friends. So that's one thing you can do. So every single day, go through your friend list, go find friends near the bottom of the list or lower to the bottom of the list because they're either less active or they haven't seen your stuff in a while. And what will happen is that over time, they're going to more of your friends are going to start to see your posts. There's a rotation that happens and all that, but that's one of the things. So that's one thing. The other thing you can do is, again, it's the same thing. It's you go to your profile, and then you go into more, and you go on groups. Where's groups? Groups right there. You go into groups, and I have no idea how the groups are sorted, how Facebook decides to sort them. I don't know if it has to do with number of activities or whether you've been to the group or not, or I don't really know, but you do the same thing. You go down your list here and you just select some groups and you just open them in a new tab and you just go to that tab and like or comment on 2 or 3 posts in each of the groups, and that increases your engagement towards just random people, because usually in these groups, depending on the kinds of groups you're part of, there are people that you don't even know. They're probably, you know, they're probably just not necessarily people. They're the spam groups. They could be just regular people, but still, if you like and comment on their post, they might go and check your profile out. They might send you a friend request. They might start liking your stuff. You never know. It's all about being social, going out there and commenting and liking and noticing and caring what others are posting about. All right, so hopefully this helped, and if you think anybody needs to hear this message, then please go ahead and share. I'm sure they'd appreciate it, and I would too. This has been Course Income Secrets, the entrepreneur's blueprint to generating income from the e-learning boom. Some of your friends need to hear this message, so don't forget to share. For more content like this, go to CourseIncomeSecrets.com and make sure to subscribe and follow us here. My name is Jean-Serge Gagnon. Until next time.